Hey, welcome to this short video presentation where I want to show you why your website and social media is not generating leads and how to get clients using digital technology and platform. My name is Deepak Patel and I only work with financial advisors and wealth managers to help them acquire clients, preferably high net worth individual, into their practice. Now, if you are a financial advisor or wealth manager, here are some of the challenges that you must be facing. Now, this is something I have found by talking to tens of financial advisory firms from small to large, and also working with some individuals and firms in growing their practice. So, number one, you're probably not getting leads from your website and social media such as Facebook, LinkedIn, Google, etc. And you're probably also not getting enough clients from your ad platform like Google and Facebook. Now, if that is happening, now here's what today looks like for you. So today you have an isolated website where you have a website which talks about your firm and what you offer, and then you have a Facebook profile which is like a Facebook fan page. You have a Twitter account perhaps, and you definitely have a LinkedIn profile, and you might even have more properties like Instagram, but we'll just stick to a few of these. Now, if you have a Facebook fan page, you probably are posting a lot of articles, or you're sharing other articles from your industry sources, making sure that they're compliant, approved, and then you're trying to solicit likes into your article, into your fan page, and you're trying to grow the number of fans with the hope that somebody from that group will someday do some business with you. Similarly, on the LinkedIn profile, you're trying to grow your connection, again, hoping somebody will at some time do some business with you. And then again, you're posting a lot of articles, you're sharing, you're commenting, and you literally are taking time out of your day to do all the activity. Now, all of this is a lot of work. However, it is still not generating clients for you. Now, if that's happening, the reason for that is something called the customer journey. And I want you to understand how a customer journey works. Now, here's how a customer journey works. So there are 5 steps that a customer have to go through in their own mind before they decide to do business with you. So they have to know you, they have to like you, they have to trust you, then they have to buy from you, and then they have to ascend to the next level in your relationship with them. Now, to best give an example, I want to talk about the 2 main ways most advisory firms have been marketing. Number 1, seminar, and number 2, referral. So let's talk about seminar. What happens in a seminar when you bring a group of people, they may not know you at all, but the very act of them coming together to the presentation, it allows them to know you, it allows them to like you, or at least a portion of people will like you. And then depending upon how you're presenting, you might be gaining their trust for them to become a hot lead for you, so that you can now take them through your meetings and sales process to convert them to client. So even in your traditional seminar model, mentally your prospects are going through all the different phases, but the very act of getting together allows them to fast track the process from know to trust, and at least it happens to a portion of people who attend the seminar. Let's talk about referrals. Referrals are even better, as you know, because people go completely from not knowing you to a trusted state depending upon the source of referral, which means they don't even have to go through the other process. They come straight into meetings, and most likely you will be closing a portion of that. So now you probably understand how this customer journey works with your traditional model. I also want to talk to you about demand generation. Now, in any industry, typically what you see at any given point in time, there is about 3% people who are ready to do business with you. They have the need to buy what you offer. There's about 7% people who are open to buy, but they're not actively looking. 30% people who are indifferent. That means they are not thinking about it, but they might become client if you're able to create the awareness. So this 40% people is really what matters. We don't really care about the 60% people who are not as interested. A great marketing strategy focuses on capturing this 40% of the people, and I'm going to share that with you today in this presentation. So the number one reason your website and social media is not producing lead is because it is not following the natural law and customer journey. Here's how to bridge the gap. You need an integrated and cohesive strategy. And once you get this right, you can build a system that works consistently and will scale to a level that the traditional seminar, referral, etc. model cannot. Here are the 5 building blocks you need to make this work. First of all, you need to have a position for resonance with your ideal customer. Then you need to be able to help them in advance. You then need to be able to capture interested prospects. Remember the 3% and the 37% people. You then have to ask for a booked meeting so you can take them through your sales process. And after that, you must have a good system to follow up with people where you're selling to people who did not convert in the meetings before, or you're upselling to people who already became client, and then soliciting and asking for referral in a structured manner. Here's how the new age client acquisition system works. Now, we saw how this looks today. Now let me explain how this diagram looks. So first of all, you have your market, and we now need to filter the market to identify the 3 and the 37%. Now there are 3 phases that are going on. First of all, your website is what need to position you to be of interest and help to these people. We then need to attract these people using channels such as Facebook and LinkedIn, which are working incredibly well. LinkedIn is an amazing platform for direct outreach to talk and find the 3 and 37% people. And Facebook advertising, the ad platform on Facebook, is one of the best platforms right now in terms of getting hand raises and very qualified, interested people coming automatically to your world. Now, the most important thing that almost everybody is missing today is what I call the funnel, which is a system to capture all those interested people. Because if you don't have a cohesive strategy to capture the 40% and then segment the 3%, the 7%, and the 30% that we saw before, you're not going to be able to be of resonance to them. You won't be able to follow up with them properly. So having a funnel and a segmentation strategy behind your website is the cornerstone for you to be able to do what you really need to do, which is get client into your world. And that is what is missing most likely today in your business. And again, the only reason we have social profiles, they are traffic channel, and we should be consciously bringing traffic to our world, which is our website and funnel, and then ask for meeting with a customer. If you do that consistently, then you will have a good system. Now, the good news is the technology have advanced far enough that we can have a lot of automation in the place. Now, the good thing with this is all of this can be completely compliant approved. We can get everything approved from compliant, and we can pass as minimum messages as we need to pass because we're not making any promises. All we are doing is segmenting and collecting people so we can reach out to them correctly and ask for a meeting, which is the most important point where a financial advisor begins their journey. This entire system floods meetings into their calendar, and that is what this is intended to do. Now, here's an example of one of such campaign that I created from one of my clients. And here we are attracting high net worth individual. And we have used a pain point, which was around the retirement planning. And if you see here, the message on Facebook ad is very simple. And this is a sample message that, we can put out. We deliver a report that gives and build the trust with the people because we are helping them in advance in exchange for information and qualification question, and then we follow up with them and ask for book meeting. And here are some of the results. And as you see here, we have a pre-qualification form. So this is a form the prospect fills out before they get the report. And if you see here, we're asking a very important question about their portfolio size. Is it $500,000 or more? And majority of the people, and I'll show that to you, have this portfolio. And if you see, this campaign is working consistently, bringing us leads at about $14 a day, and it brings leads consistently. And here is what it has brought so far. If you see here, it has a list of all the people. This is a local campaign running in a particular state in Canada, and we have got 90% people that have asset more than $500,000. Even if people who have lower asset, they still might be a good fit for some of the product my client is offering. And again, 95% of people have been in the state. So this is extremely targeted. It works very well, and it brings pre-qualified prospects. So as you can see, all of your effort as a financial advisor is spent on things that matter. generate client meetings and conduct client meetings. And all your online properties like your website, your funnel, your social media profile, they're working hard for you just to get you to focus on these two things. If you have your online digital property structured like that, then you will have a growing practice. It's like having your best salesperson on steroids working all year round to get you booked appointments while simultaneously building brand and goodwill with your growing list of prospect database that you own with your ideal clients. The best part is you will know to the exact dollar on how much it is costing you to get leads, meetings, and clients, so you can scale predictably your business instead of the guesswork from the old age model of marketing. Imagine what will happen if you do this every single day for the next 6 months. How will this transform your business only if you got 2 to 3 qualified high net worth appointments each month, got one extra high net worth client per month, added 5 to 10 million asset under management to your book of business? Will that move you forward towards your goal and dream? Now, there are two ways for you to go about implementing this in your business. To crack the code on this particular strategy, you will need to get a lot of things. You have to have the right message. You have to be able to resonate with your ideal clients. You have to be able to use LinkedIn and Facebook platforms that are constantly changing. You have to be able to create the right level of content that is compliant with your compliant team, and then make all the automation and technology work so that you can have the effective meeting. There are different ways to go about this, and this can take you a lot of time, a lot of money, and a lot of error. Or you can have my help to get this thing done, because I am looking for my dream client. I've set aside some time for you and I to have what I call a 45 minutes breakthrough strategy call. Here's how the process works. This is a personal, custom, tailored one-on-one strategy session with you and me. This is where we really begin working to figure out what you want and how to make it happen in the fastest time possible, and how to get leads and meeting booked this month. There are 3 types of clients I work with: people who want to attract high net worth individuals, people who want to become top producers, and people who want to grow their practice. Now, this is for financial advisor and wealth manager only who are looking to scale and grow their practices to multiple 6 figures and beyond. This is for professionals who are great at what they do and genuinely help their client, but are needing help with the new age of marketing, and understand that they need to have some skin in the game to put a long-term system in their business. This is not for anybody who's not in financial industry, because I only work for people in this space. People who make excuses and complain is not what I want. And people who are short-term thinker and they're looking for some tricks, they're just buying off some leads from people for like $10 or $20. That's not the kind of people I'm looking for. And people who are stuck in information gathering mode and they're not prepared to take the action and get result. These are some freebie seekers that believes that they can be an expert at everything. And again, people who are not serious to grow their practice to multiple 6 figures to 7 figures. The better the fit, the better the result. I'm looking for win-wins. Here's what to do next. Schedule your strategy session by clicking the button below this video and fill out a short application which will allow me to better prepare for this session. Now, time is a factor because I personally work with my client on all the campaigns and I only can take limited number of clients. So this window of opportunity will not be open for too long. So click the button below and schedule your strategy session, and I look forward to seeing you in this session. Thank you for watching the video. I hope you found this useful and I look forward to seeing you in the session. Thank you.